The Silk Stocking Murder.
Ah, Phelps.
There is no
Just discussing with Finn here while you were
woker possible position than being a Pearl Harbor apologist as an American military officer during the Second World
Poor
War.
Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left.
I have to imagine it's the kind of issue that had about 99%
Yes.
unanimous opinion. Cole Phelps is like, well, you know,
Phelps is politely trying to hint that
there's good reasons for both sides to be doing what they're doing.
You win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Lots of luck finding them killers, eh? Hey, can I get a plate of bacon and a side of Jim Beam, please?
Where's that goddamn waitress? Call these grits?
You know the way. You can drive.
You have the address?
it's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land
Rusty.
so close to their death.
Rusty!
Yeah. It means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
He's simultaneously aggressive and incompetent behind the wheel. Rent's $10 a month?
Detectives.
Geez,
they're
no
ready to
wonder
start
the middle
show.
class can live here.
I'll take you through.
What's a poor guy supposed to do in 1947 Los Angeles?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It's nudity
Brothers,
week.
Pinker.
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you. When you're ready.
Ooh, sorry, I almost stepped on you there.
Kiss the blood, BD.
Very edgy.
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
It's Tilda Swinton?
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
That's pretty disgusting. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was looking
Only
for.
21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
No, I don't want to. I want to look at her left hand, which is actually her right hand. If I pick up that fucking... Okay. You know what? You're done. You're done. I can't look at the boob laceration. You can only go face, kiss the blood.
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
It's probably the boyfriend.
Battered.
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
Rusty's razor.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road. Bruising from a small man's shoe. Further blunt.
You don't know if the
trauma to
man's
occipital
small.
region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
What do you got here? Like, thank you.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
I hope it's an 8-foot tall man with tiny feet. I mean, I'm assuming there's like a mild correlation. Maybe even a strong correlation to like body size and foot size, but... Can I... Excuse me, I'd like to look at Brick Mister? Bjork Mister? Maybe the janitor's the killer? Dude, I would never have put that together, but you got a case here.
May as well follow the trail.
Oh, level 2 helmet over here.
You'll want to come and take a look at this.
Antonia.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
This hat must belong to someone who knows how to read. The music faded. No, we still got piano tinkles. Oh, wow. I've already looked at that. We followed the trail. What, steal his medical bag when he's not... Oh, no. Rusty was here. Can we go into this establishment that's covered in blood? It's like sends a bad sign. Rusty, I'd like to enter the door. Freeze! I know you're saying follow the trail. The trail leads to this door. There, and it ends there. Clicking the button. Oh, I see what you're saying. It doesn't end at the door. You gotta keep going this way. Yeah, open and shut police work, Lou. She leaves a little more on the wall back there, and then the trail goes cold. What about the 90-degree angle the trail takes? Exactly. Size 8.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Plus, nobody just throws out one Miss Vivienne shoe. Think fast!
What now?
Keep looking, Phelps. We get enough and we can start retracing the killer's steps.
Okay. She went here, and then the trail turns again. And it continues. Oh, that's a glint.
Let's check it out.
Now that's some jewelry. It's actually a key.
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook.
Looks like the killer's a
You think he's
fisherman.
trying to lead us somewhere? Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
253. Not a very good Yahtzee roll, to be honest with you.
Detectives? So what's going on over
In
there?
all my years, I've never seen anything like this.
That seems like a fair assessment of the situation. That's true. If you got a 4, you would roll a small straight. Oh, the ladder. Okay. Phelps looks approximately 2 years old when he goes up the ladder. Another note. Mr. A. Maldonado. I will take 1 Big Mac, please. Ooh.
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us?
He clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. You got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident.
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
A little presumptuous. Climb up the drain pipe. I'm just waiting for somebody to be up here. Because they know Rusty's not going to come with me, so... It's really pretty much the Cole Phelps show right now. The other half of the library card.
Son of a bitch wants her identified.
He's making our job
Mrs.
easy.
Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
712 Green Hill Zone. Oh, I guess we're out. I mean, I was kind of hoping to look around a little bit more, but Rusty wants to go for a nice leisurely drive.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Go back up. It was not over. Then why did they pull me down from the roof? Can you see my frustration here? That they would pull me down from the roof if there were still clues up there because I touched the wrong clue first? It wasn't even missed. It was just not tackled in the order that they want you to. Why not just leave you on the roof? What do you mean sequence broke? I just found things in a different order than they intended. I opened the purse instead of looking at the purse first, and all of a sudden they're like, the player probably wants to be teleported down to the ground now. Our playtesters are playing it wrong. This isn't salty with chat. It's salty with the defense of what I think is a strange gameplay mechanic. I'm not even pulling out the, like, objectively bad card. I'm just saying it shouldn't teleport me off if I have to go up to get more clues. Please. Please.
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
How about instead of teleporting you down when you get the 3rd clue, they teleport you down when you get 3 clues? That's all I'm saying. I thought the purse had a clue attached to it as well. Apparently not. Let's go. No, they won't let me go on that one. justifiable. Still missing one up there? Where so? By the chimney. Ah, I see the glint. Watch out, Rusty. I'm doing detective work. Another thing. A ring.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance?
Oh, sorry, Rusty. There might be one more clue up there, so I wanted to. Rusty, can you just? I just want to see. There might be one more. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm just. No, you're good, buddy. I just wanted to see how long you could hold on here. You know, I'm worried you might have like a vitamin B deficiency or something. There you go. Just a little exercise. Chad, shit rolls downhill, okay? You're rude to me. I take that rudeness and I impart it to Rusty. I embed that rage in a digital video game character instead of taking it out on a living human being and thus perpetuating the cycle of meanness. I'm a capacitor. I absorb your rudeness and turn it into something productive and then discharge it to an endpoint that has no emotions.
You can drive.
Take me to Antonia's
exactly
residence,
are we
please. Rusty, did he have a heart attack? Oh, he's coming. The tastiest ketchup in town.
It was Mrs.
Ketchup.
Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
I'm sure.
Boarding house. Hey, can I get 4 beds but no room, please? I'm looking for value here. I thought it was called Passion's Boarding House.
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course.
The rooms are 35 cents.
The parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
No matter what Phelps
Mrs.
did,
Maldonado
internally, I
was
did not
dead
wipe
this
my feet.
morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
She's got work
She's
this morning.
murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Do you have any hand sanitizer around? Excuse me. She's making a run for it? Dude, just give me a reason to go Terminator arms. Oh, packing a suitcase,
Look at that. Someone's turned the place over.
Good lord. Mrs. Antonia Isabel Maldonado. Antonia, further to my previous correspondence, I'm writing to inform you that your petition to the Superior Court of the State of California has been accepted and a court date scheduled. Your case, docket number 98765, will be heard on September 17th.
Okay, we have an address.
I'm told your husband, Angel Christopher Maldonado, residing at blah, has been served with official papers and is on notice to appear at the Central District Court on the above date, though it is not essential and many women in your position choose not to do so. I'd advise you also to appear at the Central District Court on the scheduled date. In my experience, a woman plaintiff's presence in cases like this one can do much to influence proceedings, and if your husband does not appear on September 17th, which you have told me is likely, then it can only help our chances. Easy. Frederick D. Tattersall, LL Cool J. Oh, this also seems relevant.
A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
Yeah, as does the floating weapon that was used to destroy it.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
Excuse me. Phelps, if you could just... Thank you. It's Mathis's
Someone
weapon
broke
from
in using
Divinity.
This thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
This looks like a fence post. Like a wrought iron girder from a fence. Oh, picture?
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Just because she was wearing it in this photo obviously indicates she must have worn it at all times throughout her entire life. The glass is outside. Somebody broke out of the room. Well, I mean, the glass is inside as well. Circumstantial. I only do magic damage, Ryan. Exactly true. 1 unit, 0 physical armor, 1 HP, 900 magical armor. Who should I attack? I'll go with 900 magical armor. Music is done. Let's get out of here, Rusty.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, Detective. I'll do my best.
I don't like that sketch. There was an evidence of a break-in.
You've had a break-in?
No. That can't be true.
It's a doubt and a half.
The window.
Excuse me?
The room's been tossed. You seem like the type of landlady who notices everything that happens under her roof. What gives?
Don't take that tone of voice with me, young man.
I'm actually mad about this one. Were we actually when she says that cannot be true, we're supposed to take that as a lie statement instead of just general pleasantry? We talk to other people and we go, "Hey, your wife's been murdered," and they go, "No, it can't be." You don't go lie. Here's a picture of her body. Obviously, there's been a break-in. This lady is getting worked over by Cole Phelps. I'm furious.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Cannot look us in the eyes. Straight up, here's what I thought. She said, there can't be a break-in. The break-in is a fact. I just take her upstairs. I was assuming she was unaware of the break-in, not that she was trying to hide something. So I was just gonna be like, doubt. Like, hey lady, no shit, there's a fucking break-in. There's broken glass everywhere. I guess next time it will be oh hey, what's up? Oh, nothing. Lie! I can see it in your eyes. You were sleep deprived.
So innocent, detective.
I thought she was just giving us a normal pleasantry. Why doubt? Because it seemed like she had something to hide. Anyway. She didn't confide, is what she said. She didn't know where she went. And she won't look us in the eye. So this is a doubt and a half. Although now she's got a reserve of... No, she's doubted.
A nosy
Let's
old
go.
hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar.
Wow.
She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This
As
bar
have
have
we
a
all,
name?
apparently.
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel.
On hell?
She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Rusty, is not the
Are you
time
being
for that,
flippant,
okay?
young man?
No, ma'am.
I mean, this seems she believes it 100%.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl. Little on the religious side.
it. Bracelets on the sole of her shoe.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yeah, exactly. Lie. Rusty was being
Moved here
flippant.
after
Sorry,
she
we got to call her
separated
on
from
that.
her husband 2 months ago.
Lie. It
But
was
Antonia
actually
still wore a wedding
6
ring?
weeks ago.
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Lie. She also had a clit ring. We know that she wore a charm bracelet, so this is a lie.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
You should, because of the charm bracelet photograph.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
Lie. That's not a photo. It's a
She
lithograph.
never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Lie. It's actually made out of
Thanks, man.
cork
You've been
board.
Very helpful.
Lie. I don't know
That
anything.
husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the El Dorado bar.
Every hypothetical rhetorical question has to be responded to with an admission of guilt or innocence at this point, apparently.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Start at the bar, then when we have potentially more evidence from the bartender, go to the residence.
A nosy old hag? Ah! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
I'm much more mad at this than I'm mad at getting over it. Getting over it, it wears its mechanics on its sleeve.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detective
Rusty,
Phelps
just
and
leave this
Galloway.
one to me, please.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah, me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh,
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no.
that's why hers was the first name that
Complaining about her
came
old
to
man.
my mind.
It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Where's that goddamn waitress? Sam has taken me to...
It's the divorce papers. She never served them.
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting table? You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey.
Whereas Antonio Maldonado...
Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and
That
waving
seems
the letter
fair.
around. Said she was going to show him.
Whereas Antonio Maldonado did on the 8th day of August 1947 prefer her petition to that she might be divorced from the bonds of matrimony entered into with you, Angel Maldonado. We do therefore command that Angel Maldonado, the said defendant, that setting aside all other business and excuses whatsoever, you be and appear in your proper person at the Central District Court of the Superior Court of the State of California on Wednesday the 17th day of September 1947. Next, to answer the petition of divorce from the bonds of matrimony on the grounds of cruelty brought by said Antonio Maldonado, and to show some cause, if you have any, why the said plaintiff, Antonio Maldonado, your wife, should not be divorced from the bonds of matrimony. Is this a fucking Mad Libs? Witness, Honorable Earl Brantham, Judge of our said Court of California, the 11th day of August, in the year of our Lord, 1947. Wonderful.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think.
Yeah, it was like a
would have
tea
more
or
of an
something.
idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time
Lightweight.
did she leave?
Rusty, that's
Can't
not
say for
helpful.
sure.
Oh, we know. We know that you know, buddy. What time did she leave last night? I mean, that sounds like a doubt. I'm going to go with doubt. Because we don't have a lie for that. The reason I skipped the dialogue in Divinity is because if we listen to all the dialogue and I let Mathis shop as much as he wanted, the game would literally take 9 million years to play. All the dialogue is, we need, it's not that I disrespect it, but I just need subject, object, verb, dude. Subject, verb, object, I guess. Go here, kill this guy, come back, here's the reward.
You waiting for someone?
There's so much dialogue and 40% is useful. Exactly. The dialogue is good, though. It's literally not plausible to read it. Or to listen to it all. Reading it actually takes less time. The whole point is not the dialogue. The point is the role-playing experience. The point is whatever people get enjoyment out of. I'm enjoying the game. Stop gatekeeping, you gatekeepers. You're not enjoying it right. Enjoy this. This is me not giving you the middle finger because it's a Christian stream. And I don't get salty. It just takes to every dog. It's Wolf, my master's missing. Can you help me find him? Can you describe him? Here's a 1,000-word description of what my master's like. Bark, bark. Like, come on. Have mercy. This dude's... Okay, we're going to test the lie first. Oh, right. Okay, first, go back here. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night. What time did she leave? Can't say for certain. I mean, there's no reason to test a lie because we know that we don't have anything that could possibly prove it. Unless occasionally, do they... If you accuse them of a lie, is there ever a time where you just get like an automatic saving throw and get it, they break down? I'm doubting him. Get doubted, son.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested...
There's always a cab in front of the fruit market.
She seemed reluctant.
The late night discount fruit market.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
That seems fair. I see no doubt in his eyes.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
2 out of 2 correct.
No problem.
We're gonna do this. This is a 5-star case.
Get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
You know what that means.
Goddamn waitress. Sam is taking me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Say, honey, what time did you get off waiting table?
Everyone's just trying to pick up the waitress.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Oh, there's more clues. There's more clues. There's more clues. Maybe we didn't find the evidence that we can ask him about, though.
Coffee next time, honey.
The phone's out of order.
You drove me up to Mulholland.
Or is it?
My eggs were running.
I'm trying to doubt the phone. They won't let me.
A waitress. Can I have a
Waitress.
You know the way. You can drive.
Yeah, but I was gonna test and see if maybe
Where
it's
we headed?
not actually out of order. Can you take me to the fruit market, please?
Where's that goddamn?
Which might be like right across the street.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
Rusty! Oh my God!
No big deal. After a
Rusty,
while,
where you
just
going,
numb
buddy?
yourself to the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure. A woman taking control over his life?
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
Where you going, buddy? Okay. They made it. He got a contact high from the alcohol fumes. What the? Oh my God, Phelps! You was knocked out from falling.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
I just finished Divinity 2. It took me 24 hours. I might have rushed it a little bit. No, actually, you were playing it all wrong, and your enjoyment is a farce. And if you say that you enjoyed it, you're lying, because you didn't spec up in 100% exactly the correct way. No. I'm trying to look at the back of the bar, see if there's anything, or the back of the fruit stand, see if there's anything. We can always go back to the bar pretty easily, though.
Extra, read all about it.
Rusty said come back later. Rusty also says go do all the detective work, I'll wait in the car. So you'll excuse me if I don't buy Rusty's description 100%.
Gotta have it.
Just punch out this hot dog, man.
I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case with the
Whatever.
lady that got cut up, like the dolly.
The bar temp is the murderer?
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
I don't buy it.
You can drive.
Take me to the
Where exactly
Maldonado
are we
residence. I'm ready.
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Sounds like the decision all your ex-wives made, Rusty. .304.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
What do I like about Divinity? I like the battle system and the opportunity to play a light D&D-esque experience with a friend of mine in an environment that promotes healthy competition, but ultimately cooperation to achieve an objective. Excuse me.
Damn it. We need to go around to the front.
Excuse me. I'm a police officer. Excuse me? Oh, never mind. Hey, well, welcome to the show. You can yell at me about Divinity, but you gotta yell at Mathis, too. I feel like Mathis is getting off light. The dude's got the optimal build when it comes to the decision-making process of who to attack and what to hit him with. The answer always becomes light all of your teammates on fire.
Motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Hey, hey, hey! Watch out for this guy!
I got 100 pounds of wife now.
I also cannot attack Yeti. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. You will not stop me, sir. I was in the army. I have a great respect for the art of physical violence. That's not a great grapple attack. Who's next? Excuse me, sir? You were fighting my friend? You can't hit what you can't see, buddy. Thanks for your help, by the way, Rusty. Really appreciate it. Oh, he is definitely dead. It's 100% deceased now.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there.
Okay, but try to see it this way. What if you were yelling at the Dungeon Master all the time to speed up so you could bash some goblins? I'm not even saying the dialogue is bad, so I don't think that it holds. However, imagine playing Divinity on your YouTube channel until the year 2024, because anytime either of us get into a conversation, we need to put 90 seconds of silence into the video.
564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, God damn it! You think I'd kill my own wife?
I think it's conceivable. I DM all the time, and if someone said things were taking too long, I'd try to speed it up. No, it's... Clearly, that's not what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to do is just continue to ignore the enjoyment of the players and tailor the situation to your own personal experience. Well, we're not a vampire. It does sound like there's a bomb in here. Can you... There's a note on the table. There's a bundle of letters. No one has ever killed their own wife before. Great defense. That's a good point. This whole chapter has just been like husbands killing wives. In theory, they haven't been convicted yet in a court of law by a jury of their peers.
The El Dorado.
Oh, no kidding.
Must be a family favorite.
No, we got it. Yeah, that's okay. What about the bloody shirt as well?
This will take some explaining.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements.
But if it's all unconnected murders, is it just one dude who keeps finding people who happen to be wearing bloody shirts and then he kills their wives? Like, I don't understand. This is why they have the DA though, so I don't have to use my own noggin for cases like this. I'm actually like not trying to go off on Divinity at all. Definitely is gonna be on my Game of the Year list. But the fact that it's voice acted actually makes it slower to get through all the dialogue if we were to listen to it all. we already accomplished like almost nothing over the course of an hour-long episode. If we listen to all the dialogue, it will take infinity years.
Just picked fruit market.
Look at that.
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
This doesn't look like fruit. Yeah, we know. It's going to be hard to explain. What if you muted the dialogue and read it yourself? I mean, it's possible. But unlikely. I think we're just going to keep playing it the way we're enjoying playing it at the present moment. Because if we start trying to pander, it's going to dull the enjoyment of the experience. Focus on LA Noire instead. I'm just going down here. I guess I could just check the book to see if we're out of clues. And that is in locations. We're not out of clues. All right, ask neighbors. One floor up. Excuse me, ma'am. And or sir.
What
Told
do you
you.
want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
It's like the first time I've ever seen Rusty without his hat.
I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Well, thank God I went back for that. It turns out they have some marital troubles. I couldn't have told that from the divorce papers. Other people on the hall? Oh my lord.
Sorry about that. I'm playing with my kid.
LAPD. Were you here
It's
last
Metapod.
night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated. And,
Can you take the
I had
mask
kids
off?
Last night. I put him to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
That's how you get shot.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see
I'm
Mr.
no busybody.
Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I want NL to play Undertale so I can
Mexican
scream an
right
endless
now.
torrent of references at him.
Bar.
I might play Undertale just to punish Origin for his divinity backseating. An eye for an eye leaves everybody fucking watching Undertale. There's another door on that floor. You know what?
You're
There's another
behind the
boy
wheel.
in this car, and it's me.
Fine.
Take me back to the bar, because now we know that her husband goes here as well sometimes.
Car 11K, Car 11K, come in.
Rusty, come on, dude.
Car 11K, Car 11K, come in. Car 11K, Car 11K, come in.
No.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been
Finis
found.
Brown? Is he a member of the Jedi
11K,
Council?
en route.
We're going to do a viewing party for the first episode of the 3rd season of Rick and Morty. The most emotional episode of Steven Universe. Followed by all of Undertale pacifist route.
Mouthpiece sort of strips off me at the grand jury.
Followed by me using DPS attacks instead of tank abilities in Divinity and skipping all the dialogue until the end of the game.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
Followed by taking the items in a deal with the devil in a suboptimal fashion.
You've got it made if you can get to that desk.
I'm going to call it Monday's Super Show.
Boys.
What happened to your mouth, Captain?
Phelps.
It's the thing.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the
I'm
backseat of the
hungry.
cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
Then finishing out with a 3-hour talk about Fortnite. Exactly true.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and type from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
Why not have a full
This one?
4-player party
That's
for
also
Divinity?
new.
Nobody
Oh,
else
and
was
type.
interested at the time that we
Mind if I take
started
a
the
look?
series, believe it or not.
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
I've changed my mind. You would not give a square
That's the
deal.
message from the
Fuck
same
you,
Henry case.
BD. Tex. Bad dudes. People can jump in anytime, but they have to play. They can't play as their custom characters. They can only play as the Red Prince and Sibyl at this point.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
Ill deeds, then be thou damned. Beholding good, both infinite as is the universe, and thou in thy self-torturing solitude, an awful image of calm power, though now thou sittest, let the hour come, when thou must appear to be that which thou art internally. And after many a false and fruitless crime, scorn track thy lagging fall through boundless space and time. Yep, got it.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley Duvall. She played olive oil in Popeye.
You see, Finnis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
All right, Guy Pearce.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting.
Why didn't they just Google that? Dude, can you imagine living in 1949?
We had the husband in custody.
You find like a quote from something, you gotta go to the library?
See if we can break him.
They'd be like, hey, ask Thompson. He reads a lot of poetry. Oh, yes, of course. This is Mary Shelley from Frankenstein. It says, whoa, it's alive, and it's green as heck.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
Last contact.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
Okay. Let's look at this. Don't we know when she left? I guess we don't. I think this is a full-on doubt. Because we don't have the evidence for the lie. But we can see what we're accusing.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
But we know that he wasn't at home because he went after her, according to Mrs. Aranda.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true.
Is he wearing a sweater
We argued,
and then a
all right.
button up on top of the sweater?
She went out, and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car. It was a brown Ford Coupe.
It's a brown Ford Coupe. She don't know what I could
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Whether you
I don't
can
believe
goes
She's been
really
granted
not
the decree nigh side. She pushed you too
leave
far and
the
you
West
lashed out.
I
behind.
told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
Well, but we have the divorce papers, like, is the thing, so.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk.
Everyone in chat is face
She
palming.
doesn't normally drink.
I got it
She's
right,
looking
you
around in her
jokers.
bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband.
Continue your face
I
palm.
slapped her down. She ran
NL, I've
out.
devoted my young
That's the truth.
life to academics, and it's left me a sad, decaying husk of a
What
human
size shoe
being.
do
Any
you wear,
advice?
Size 8. What
You know,
difference
it's
does that
never
make?
too late. Start putting yourself out there. There's worse things to do than devote yourself to academics. I've got the utmost high hopes for you. When you say youth, do you mean like you're 17, or do you mean you're 45? Because at 45, you know, we got to start getting out there. At 17, you got nothing to worry about, buddy.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had
You can
been
always just
removed.
become a Twitch streamer.
Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
This seems like the truth. He just seems distressed.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Dusted. Finally, the shirt.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Yeah, I cut my femoral artery. There's too much blood on the shirt for that to be cutting yourself shaving. On the sleeve, especially.
You're lying through your teeth. You killed her and your brother's in on it.
You don't know what you're saying. Why would I do that?
We don't have the proof on that one, I think. Like, we were going for the, lie to see what the accusation could be. It seems like we don't have it. Like, we're reaching. That's a back
Sorry.
out.
My mistake.
He has shaving cuts? I actually thought that was from us roughing him up, unless he was shaving his forehead. I mean, we did punch him, too, so we can't really infer that it could just be a really wicked cold sore, you know?
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something, or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Hippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one
Casino.
of the places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running
It's
his
very
eyes all over
common to
my
shave your
wife.
forehead.
What's the
Paul
name of this
Wall.
fruit market? Just big
Someone's
fruit.
been lying to you, dude.
Ord Street downtown.
It's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
One last question.
But someone's been gassing you up.
Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
I'm actually the hairiest dude in my age group that I've ever seen. And I've never shaved my forehead. So we're talking like orders of magnitude out of the norm at this point.
I was married by a judge. Could ask for a jury.
Where the heck do we go
I'm
next?
thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
Jeez, back to the bar? I don't know, though. Well, I think we're going to have to leave this case in media res amid a series of boos and you're almost done's. We'll finish it next week. I've got to get going to go to a different country for Canadian Thanksgiving. The fruit market's right across the street. Man, we built the police station in the bad neighborhood, which is like a good neighborhood for the kind of work we're doing, I suppose. Let me alt-tab here. I shave my head all the time. I don't shave my freaking forehead.